Hello, it's Faris Hilmi again. Recently, I had given a talk in the Masa invitation regarding topic manifestation of architecture design concept. Okay, in that talk webinar, I did mention about merging hobby and architecture and becoming your own philosophy. It started when I was still in degree in architecture. It was early 2000 when I was still studying. I watched one movie which called The Prestige, which the actors are Hugh Jackman and who's that guy? I can't remember his name. Christian Bale. Yes, Christian Bale. So these two guys were doing magic. Okay, okay. It's not about magic as per se in that movie that create my philosophy. It's actually one of the scene that Christian Bale said that he watched one of the magician, the Chinese magician,
who can make a full fish tank appear on stage. Borden and Angie are go, and afterwards the pair watch the old man dodder into a cab.
The magician's life is part of the show to make the magic convincing. So when I saw that scene, I rethink about life and I rethink about myself. Life is equals to architecture, because yes, I know I will be doing architecture for the rest of my life. And then show is where you prestige yourself to create your own identity, your style. So that thing, he merged his life become part of the show. So where is the show in my life? I said my life is normal human. I eat, I sleep, I don't do weird stuff. But what makes me different from other people is hobby. I have currently only two hobby that I always been doing it, playing it all the time. Number one is Magic the Gathering, and number two is artwork. Okay, artwork, I have several ways to do my artworks. Okay, during that time when I was an architecture student, I love to do origami. So it took me so long up until the last final year that origami is also a unique art that is able to translate to be part of architecture style. I was a late bloomer. I say myself as a late bloomer. It makes me rethink that why I didn't think about this earlier in the when I started my architecture. Actually, I did. When I was a first year, I did use origami method to design my first project, which is it was a tent must be using paper. And yeah, I use origami method to work on it, and then I play with different types of fold, cut and fold, creases, and so many ways. And actually, at that time, I don't care what I get, as long as I pass, I'm happy and enjoy, and at the same time, I satisfied with my own work. When I was in the final year, okay, doing thesis, there I learned that I missed playing with my own hobby, which is origami. When I revisit my folded techniques into real architecture project, it actually didn't work. Why? It is because I didn't develop that style to be my strongest architecture style. When I didn't, develop throughout the year, it actually, you know, the skill tarnish, the, you know, the translation from the folded material into folded spaces or folded structure, it didn't turn out well. It didn't enough research, not enough studies. Although yes, I did study a lot, because you know, when you merge your design, architecture design and hobby, yes, it really make your motivation, you know, it bursts, you know, it's so energetic. The way you find research is highly rigorous. At the same time, you want to do the up to the perfection, because this is your hobby. This is the thing that you love. You know, I already been there. And you know what? At the end of the semester of the final thesis, I completed my it was a design museum using folded architecture. The marks didn't turn out as what I expected, but the satisfaction of work, oh my, I don't care anymore about the marks, as long as I'm happy. At the same time, it was the only proud project that I can show off up until today. As a lecturer, I still show off those works to my student. As a conclusion, I say movie can spark you to be different. Movies can spark you to do something better. But choose, what do you want to learn? It didn't stop there. I was in the industry for almost 10 years, and then now I become lecturer, and I've been a few places before. One of the students approached me. He said he's stuck in design. I just wanna finish this and graduate. The final project for the degree was sports complex for youth center. Just pretty normal, boring stuff. What he did, yeah, because he said he just wanna graduate and then so be it. Then what I did is I just said to him, this is your final project. This is the thing that you should be proud of. Don't do my mistake. Then he questioned, what should I do? I just asked him, what is your hobby? And my student said, my hobby is drift. That one thing only, I already know what he should do. I tell him, why don't you do youth center for drift? If you watch Tokyo Drift in Fast and Furious 3, you know what I mean. They are racing in the building. Design a building which the purpose is to race inside the building. He said, how can it be done? It cannot be done. Of course it cannot be done, because nobody doing it. But if, you know, use as the movie as an inspiration, at the same time use hobby as something that you really enjoy, and work on your hobby as part of the architecture, actually it really works. Then what happened next? Actually, he really started doing it, because throughout the first year, the second year, he didn't do well. He didn't enjoy architecture. But that last final semester, my student, actually my ex-student, he really thanked me for opening up his eye that, yeah, this is like life philosophy yang actually, you know, it works not to all, but to some people it work. I hope I inspire you all more, and also giving you more confident in yourself and not to be demotivated in life, because architecture sometimes very taxing, but life is bigger than that. It's a matter of how you maneuver between your life and architecture. We'll talk again some other time. Thank you so much for listening. Have a nice day.